Now, Washington Mornings on the Mall. 105.9 FM. And AM 630. WMAL.
7:37 on WMAL, where Washington comes to talk. Coming up in just 30 minutes, John Riggins joins us live in studio. Riggo is in the house.
Yeah, he has been seen. He's here.
Yeah, he pushed me out of the way on the way to the bathroom.
Is that right?
He put his shoulder down and just plowed right over me like I was a linebacker, and he was heading for the end zone.
That's the way it is.
I am Larry O'Connor alongside Brian Wilson. Good morning.
And on the Newsmaker hotline right now, our good friend Michael Barone. Michael Barone is the senior political analyst for the Washington Examiner and one of the smartest guys in all of Washington. If you ever sit down and have a long conversation with him, you will stand in awe of this man's encyclopedic knowledge of American politics. How are you doing, Michael?
Well, I'm here, and I'm trying to be as encyclopedic as I can.
All right, well, good, and we appreciate you getting up to be with us this morning. All right, look, Paul Ryan this weekend on one of the Sunday talk shows is interviewed, and he says he thinks sequestration is going to happen. What do you think, Michael Barone?
Well, I think sequestration could very well happen because, it's on the schedule. It's supposed to take place, March 1st, unless we have a deal on, Congress could pass something which requires bipartisan votes. You've got a Republican majority in the House, Democratic majority in the Senate. And I don't see a deal being made. And this White House and the president have not been good at making deals.
Yeah.
If you believe that that's something they should be doing, it's something that they don't do very well.
Well, how does that play out politically, though? I mean, will Republicans, everyone keeps saying that the Republicans will get blamed for the sequestration cuts.
Well, let's see how hard the sequestration cuts hurt, how hard they hit, and whom they hurt. There's always a constituency for just about every federal program.
Yeah.
All those things that people bring up as examples of waste, fraud, and abuse are in there. There's somebody in Congress wanted them in there, and some constituency out there exists for them. But it may be that when you have big cuts, there's not that much more fuss than when you cut off one little program that has its own constituency that really wants it, and Billy aches very loudly when it's gone.
Michael Barone's our guest. Of course, he is the author of the Almanac of American Politics.
Co-author.
Oh, excuse me, co-author of the American. Yeah, but you know it by heart. Let's face it. In fact, on page 762, what does it say about? No, I'm kidding. So you mentioned bipartisanship, and it looks like we're going to have a bipartisan show in the Senate today. The Gang of Eight, they're calling them, 4 Republicans, 4 Democrats, coming forth with their proposal for immigration reform. Is this something that both parties will be able to embrace and move forward, or is it going to be an enormous political fight?
Well, I think this is one issue where there is genuine bipartisanship and the potential for majorities that cross party lines. And that's not unprecedented. This was true in 2006 when a bill passed the Senate but was not introduced to the House. It was true in 2007 where Harry Reid, in his rookie year as Senate Majority Leader, really, I think, screwed up. They prevented a bill from passing that could well have passed in July 2007 by, pushing the bill forward. Then you can get screwing up the procedure. So I think this is one where there is possible bipartisanship, and I think the president's words, the demands that he's made on this are consistent with a bipartisan approach, which hasn't been the case on the fiscal and economic issues.
All right.
Listen, very much good to have you, Michael.
Hey,
always a pleasure.
Michael, you're from Michigan, right? Are you excited that Michigan's now number 1 in the nation in college basketball?
I don't actually follow college.
He's too busy. Listen, you can't do all of that political stuff and have it in your brain.
Exactly. Are you spoofing me? I don't.
No, they really are. They're the number 1 basketball team in the nation now, and I know that you're a Michigander.
Well, that's
Go Blue.
That's wonderful, except my relatives who are Michigan State graduates may not be as...
I see how that is. All right.
Hey, Michael, thank you.
Always a pleasure, Michael.